Alrighty, yep, here we are back with Calico. I'm still on where I was last time you saw me, facing this iron loom. Figured I'd just remind you that this is where I'm at. So I'm about to go against them. I guess those were the ones pre-selected. That's right. All right, so we'll see if I can get them this time. All right, so let's bring in the end here. I mean, probably going to jinx myself by doing this, but I believe I am going to win. So let's grab this. I have a 21-point lead. So unless they do some cheatery, they tried. That's 10. We're going to put this bad boy right there, get us another button, which gives us a 14-point lead. And yay! So I finally won, but as you saw, so a perfectionist gets 70 plus points in a single game. So that's the third time I've gotten a reward for scoring so many points in a game, but the first time I've actually beaten the Iron Loom. So if you look, I basically had to have a perfect one there, a perfect one there, a perfect one there. I actually only ended up with 2 cats in both of these for 22 points. So I focused more. I will admit I played like 1 or 2 games where I completely blanked on what this one was. Even though it was right there, I thought it was all different. Don't ask me why. But yes, I have finally continued. So we are finally moving on with the Iron Loom. Task successfully completed. New user saved. Status active. User detected. Head engineer. I get to find out who the head engineer is. I think I know. So we'll find out now. I think it's my dad. Doop, 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 doop. Hello? Is anyone in here? What are you looking for here? You feel as if somebody stopped you dead in your tracks. You can't believe your eyes. The man standing before you, the head engineer of the factory, is your father. Yeah, I had an idea. I had a thought of that once I started playing the game. My child, it's been so many years. Do I really have to face him? If he's as hard as the Iron Loom, I'm done because I found who the head engineer is. I'm good. It's so good to see you. I almost didn't recognize you. Time has changed you. Or maybe something more than time? The news of your skills has reached me. I couldn't believe you've achieved so much in such a short time. I finally found the nerve to write to Agatha and then locked myself up in the factory again like a coward. After everything, I couldn't dare look you in the eye. When the war started, I got scared. I didn't want to, but I couldn't allow my family to get hurt. I had to protect you, so I ventured out to work in the factory. I became the head engineer. I made the Iron Loom, whose quilts were supposed to attract cats. Time went on. We continued to conduct experiments, but the cats had no interest in the loom's products. Probably because it's not instilled with love and caring, like I do. It's mechanically based. I was desperate. I had to guarantee your safety. That's when I started mass producing weapons. Natural jump from quilts to weapons, all right? I'm not proud of it. I felt like I was betraying my trade, that I was doing something bad. I was ashamed. But maybe it's not too late. Maybe I was wrong this whole time. Sit down, please, just like before I left, in tiny Whiskerville. Show me what you got. Make a quilt with me. Please don't let me face him. Please just have me. Oh, win the game. All right, you know the drill by now. Let's see how this goes. Alrighty, so father was not quite as difficult as the Iron Loom. You see, I won. It was only my second try. There is what my quilt looked like. So I didn't get this one fully, but I got the big one. I got that one. I got more cats than last time. You see 3, although only, 3 buttons? So not that many buttons, but it was really kind of this. And look, I even had to break 70 to beat father. He only had 50. So much easier than the Iron Loom. All right, continue on. Your quilt. These cats. A clouder of cats. I haven't felt this safe in so long. So blissful. Forgive me. I left you all for so long. For so long, I've been terribly in the wrong. Now he's starting to rhyme, apparently. This remarkable power that rests within you. These cats. Together, you've given me hope. It's time to put an end to this senseless war. I know there must be a solution. Come with me to the general. It's time to end this war. Am I actually done? That day became known in Free City of Tom Kitty as the turning point for the whole kingdom of Scratchington. The Tom Kitty general met with the head engineer from the factory. They talked for a long time. When they finished, the general marched to the borders with a proposition for a truce, while the engineer designed a machine that would forever resolve the conflict that had been tearing both kingdoms apart for years. A machine for soil fertilization. Okay. During the Feline Festival, everyone who came to Tom Kitty did everything for the cat's blessing to support the fight for peace. Performances, music, treat eating, and cat petting went on nonstop for the whole week. The cats not only granted the wish for a truce, but also rewarded the citizens of Tom Kitty. Free to put on her play during the Feline Festival, she received a standing ovation. And the talk of her work lasted long after the premiere. The cats inspired her to create more plays. Soon, she became known in the whole kingdom of Scratchington and beyond. General Joseph retired and finally returned to Vivian, whose health improved significantly. Both went back to doing what they loved the most. Vivian to singing, and Joseph to tending his rose garden, but most importantly, to each other. What happened to Umi? During the Feline Festival, Aunt Agatha called on Umi in her hermitage. However, it turned out that Umi vanished as if into thin air. The only thing Umi left was a note. Meow, the force be with you. No one has seen her again. Gustav resigned from the army and became a private investigator. Thanks to him, the people of Tom Kitty now feel even safer. Also, he finally made peace with Edward. Good job. Edward, together with Frank, opened their own men's fashion boutique. Edward wanted to design unique pieces made from the heart, and Frank had a taste for beauty and style. Together, they made a great duo and became so popular that they even started to dress the royal family. They also designed tasteful cat pants. So now there's a bunch of cats running off pants on, I guess. The trader, Flora, finally rebuilt her business. It went so well that she opened up her own little shop. She also partnered with Greta the shepherdess, who provided her with sheep milk, cheese, and wool. Billy finally stopped having an empty belly. As it turned out, he was quite an acrobat. During the Feline Festival, the leader of the biggest circus in Tom Kitty noticed him and offered him a position on his team. Now, Billy has solo performances that draw crowds at the circus. Tina and Mona remained in the factory as senior engineers. They helped the head engineer with the construction of the machine that ended the war. Then, they elevated their skills by making other technologies that helped people. Their biggest accomplishment was in prosthetics, which was very much needed in the post-war times. What about you? After long talks about the difficult past with your father, you made up. Your father decided to go back to quilting. Together, you set up a thriving shop where you make quilts. You're always there when somebody needs your needle and thread. Who became the head engineer? Well, after a lot of convincing, I, Matthew, became the head engineer. Surprise! I've been watching your journey this whole time, kiddo. Or maybe it was the cats that told me your story. To make Tom Kitty as great as before the war, we have a lot of work ahead of us, but the cats are with us. Cats that have power. The future looks fluffy. Time to celebrate. Finish the story mode. Wonderful job, my dear. Not only did you manage to save the kingdom of Scratchington, but you also found your father. This doesn't have to be the end of your adventures, though. Some of the Tom Kitty citizens still need your help. If you have time, visit them in various parts of the city. To that, I will leave to a video for another day, for I played lots of games against that frickin' Iron Room. I hate that damn thing. Darn thing. I hate that darn thing. So that was the story. I will do one with this little prologue thing to see what goes on here, if it's annoying or not, because it looks like I can go to all the different areas too. So lots of people to visit. So as I said, a video for another day. If you want to know when that goes, go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell for this channel. If you could go ahead and like and comment on this video to make sure I know you have watched it and if you have enjoyed it. Did you guess the ending like I did when I first started playing? Let me know down below. So until next time, weave that tail.